Breaking tonight at 5, an armed man shot by MPD officers.
I heard boom, boom, boom.
Tonight, the alarming details police are telling us about where the shooting happened, plus safety first.
Property can be replaced, your life can't.
How MPD wants business owners to prioritize their life in the event of a crime, and racism accusations against the DeSoto County Board of Supervisors, why one man says he was fired for booking black artists at the Lander Center.
Now, from the station taking action for you, this is a breaking news alert.
Well, lots of breaking news to get to tonight. We begin Action News 5 at 5 with a potential break in the murder of missing Ole Miss student Jimmy J. Lee. We have learned that human remains have been found in a wooded area in Carroll County, Mississippi. That's just half an hour from Grenada, where the accused killer, Timothy Harrington, is from. Several law enforcement agencies are working together to determine if those remains are those of J. Lee. Deer hunters discovered the remains last weekend in a gold chain that said J. Lee. Now, you might remember that Sheldon Timothy Harrington is accused of killing Lee to hide an alleged relationship with him. Harrington feared that Lee would out him as gay. He went to trial last December and a mistrial was declared. Oxford police released a statement regarding this discovery. They said, quote, "Our main priority has been to always bring J. Lee home. We, like the public, are anxiously awaiting updates and ask for patience as the investigative process unfolds," end quote. When we get a positive identification of the body, we'll be sure to let you know here on air and online. Also breaking tonight, we have learned that 2 inmates at 201 Poplar have died within 24 hours. This marks nearly 6 deaths at the jail in 6 years. In a press conference that wrapped up almost half an hour ago, the sheriff's office said that 41-year-old Justin Segerson was found unresponsive in his cell Friday. Doctors at Methodist University Hospital were not able to save him. The sheriff's office believes Segerson died of a fentanyl overdose. The sheriff's office said the second inmate committed suicide. And a breaking news update for you. Memphis police say an officer shot an armed man who was walking towards an elementary school in a Valentine Evergreen neighborhood. Good evening, and thank you for joining me for Action News 5 at 5. I'm Noah Sershin in for Joy and Joyce. Officers were already on the scene for a shooting when they say they spotted an armed man. Action News 5's Garner Montgomery joins us live there where it happened. And Garner, what did neighbors tell you they saw?
And neighbors here, they were shocked to hear this sort of thing happen on this side of the neighborhood, right by a church and a school. A man with a rifle walking down the street shot by police. Now, Memphis police say they first responded to a shooting call, not here, but at a nearby apartment complex at 10:45 this morning. The suspect was allegedly firing shots in the 2000 block of North Cabana Circle. When officers responded, they found the suspect actually walking along Valentine Avenue with a rifle in hand, heading west towards Valentine Elementary School. MPD says the officers pleaded with the suspect to put down the weapon for several minutes, and that was until one officer fired their service weapon and shooting and injuring that suspect. It's not known at this time why exactly the officer fired their weapon, if there was a significant threat, but that's being investigated at this time. One neighbor told me she did not expect a shooting like this to happen on this side of town near a school.
My dog was barking. I came to the porch to look out, see what was going on, but I heard boom, boom, boom. But, I thought it probably was coming off Jackson because I hear it so much on Jackson, but I didn't know.
All we know about the suspect at this time is that they were an adult male and they are now in critical condition at Regional 1 Hospital. No officers or anyone else were injured in this shooting incident. I'll have more details and any of the latest updates coming up at 6, reporting live in Valentine and Evergreen. Garner Montgomery, Action News 5.
All right, Garner, thanks. New at 5, Memphis police are investigating a deadly double shooting that happened last night. MPD reports shots rang out around 10 on La Paloma Street. Officers found a man and he was pronounced dead on the scene. No suspect information has been released, so if you know anything, call Crime Stoppers at 901-528-CASH. Also new at 5, a man is behind bars for kidnapping a 14-year-old boy during a carjacking. Police say 24-year-old Cordarius Johnson was responsible. A woman called police saying that she was looking after her friend's 14-year-old son. That child was with the woman's nephew in his silver Honda. The nephew walked to the home on Carnes Avenue, said that he had been carjacked, and that the 14-year-old wasn't able to escape Johnson. The woman received a call from the 14-year-old who had an AR-15 styled rifle barrel to his head. Johnson demanded $1,000 in cash for the baby's safe return. Officers were able to track Johnson down from a video from a nearby gas station. Johnson was taken into custody, but 2 other men ran away from police. Thankfully, the 14-year-old was found in the passenger seat of that stolen car and was returned back home. Johnson is accused of stealing $600 from that nephew's car, especially aggravated kidnapping, carjacking, and other charges. He's due in court tomorrow. The trial date for the man accused of killing a beloved music teacher has been delayed again for Markel Hare. Now, you might remember this case back in December of 2016. He was one of the 6 people charged in connection to killing 30-year-old Christopher Waters during a home invasion. He was a music teacher at Bell Forest Community School. Waters was shot and stabbed, and his home was ransacked. Hare had been out of jail on a $200,000 bond since 2021 on that case, but was rearrested last fall on a domestic violence charge. That case was dismissed due to a lack of prosecution. Hare's murder trial was supposed to begin today. It's now reset for August 18th of this year. He's due back in court on April 3rd. Well, a dangerous trend in Memphis has police urging you to do something that might feel a little different. If you see someone shoplifting or trying to steal something of yours, don't do anything. It's a simple message police say can be difficult for people to follow. Now, according to Memphis police, there have seen increases in thefts where incidents escalated into potentially dangerous confrontations. Most recently within the last month, when 3 suspects entered a Dollar General and began to steal items. The clerk tried to stop them, but then the suspects pulled out a gun. Andre Jones with MPD says that not letting criminals go can be a tough habit to break.
Just impulse. We're naturally, our impulse is to, try to do something. Once again, we don't recommend that. Just let them go free, and we'll let the police handle it. Property is not worth to give you your life for. Property can be replaced, your life can't.
According to MPD, around 2024, there were around 4,500 thefts. That's less than the previous year. Jones said in many cases, the suspects get caught anyway. He also said to let the professionals handle it and don't be a hero. The longtime executive director for the Lander Center said he was fired for booking black artists at the venue. Todd Mastery filed his lawsuit on Friday after the DeSoto County Convention and Visitors Bureau released him early from his contract last month. Action News 5's Griffin Demaray here now with a closer look at the lawsuit, the potential impact of the $85 million expansion at the arena. So Griffin, it's a lot going on here. Fill us in.
Yeah, Joyce, a lot to unravel for sure. Todd Mastery listed a number of reasons as to why he feels like he was fired in the lawsuit. But the main one being booking certain acts that the Convention and Visitors Bureau Board of Directors did not approve of. Now, this all comes as the Lander Center is working on a major facelift. South Haven is upgrading the space and building a new hotel and convention center, a project that was introduced back in 2017. Now, the root of this lawsuit all stems from an issue more than a decade ago. Mastery claims in 2014, some supervisors came to him with community concerns after he booked rapper Lil Wayne for a 2016 PX2 performance at the Lander Center. Now, it's unclear if the lawsuit will have any impact on the future of the convention center, but if it does, South Haven Mayor Darren Musselwhite says, quote, "The events at the Lander Center create direct revenue and also exponentially benefit our economy and consumer sales at restaurants and hotels. The upcoming $85 million expansion and the total investment of $170 million, including the 7-story Hilton Embassy Suites, will be the most influential project in the history of DeSoto County, and it will be the only convention center in Mississippi with a hotel on site." Mastery accuses the Board of Supervisors of violating the Civil Rights Act. In the lawsuit, he claims, quote, "It would be a First Amendment violation to discriminate against certain artists." In the studio, Griffin Demaray, Action News 5.
All right, Griffin, thanks. Well, although you can still find food and fun, you will no longer be able to find alcoholic beverages at Main Event on Appling Farms Road. The Tennessee Alcoholic Beverage Commission halted all alcohol sales at the establishment. The action follows 2 shootings within a 6-month period, one of them fatal. Because of the incidents, the TABC determined main event posed a threat to public health, safety, and welfare.
And I had to show up with extra hairspray today. It was a little windy, wasn't it? Let's take a look outside from this Best Care Home Services camera, looking lovely as we overlook the mighty Mississippi. Here is your first alert to a warm and windy day today. Well above average temperatures today. Yeah, a gusty south wind as well, but plenty of sunshine, at least for now. But I'm watching a southerly flow, and that's driving moisture into the area. At Memphis International, it's mostly sunny at 68. We're at 69 earlier today. Over the next 5 hours, we're still going to be in the mid-range of the 60s. Here's what you need to know. The clouds are going to move in tonight. We've got an active pattern taking shape. Still going to be warmer than average, but it looks like it may get a little wetter, too. Your first alert just minutes away.
But we're sending out a high five to one woman in DeSoto County where it was a special day for that hero. The board honored Amy Behringer for donating a kidney to Supervisor Jesse Medlin. Behringer is no stranger to giving. She's a volunteer firefighter as well. The two have known each other for more than 30 years. When Behringer overheard Medlin saying that he had kidney disease, that was the time she decided to step up and donate hers. Behringer said that if she had to do it again, she wouldn't hesitate.
I asked him originally, I said, what's your blood type? And he told me, and I said, oh, we're a matching blood type, but we would have to be a tissue match too. So yeah, I didn't think twice about it.
Behringer was awarded a medal for her life-saving act. She also stressed the importance of being a living donor if you're able to. Coming up, the new tariff war on goods from China, Canada, and Mexico, which tariffs are on pause and what this economic battle means for you. Plus, we're talking the future of the Southern Heritage Classic, the input from Tennessee State University's president with a story you'll see only on 5. And let the good times roll. No, we're not talking about Mardi Gras, but the Super Bowl, how the Big Easy is preparing for Sunday's game.
Now, from the station taking action for you, this is a breaking news alert.
More breaking news for you now at 5. The man charged with killing beloved U of M student Ava Christopher in a hit and run was indicted by a grand jury. It happened in July of 2023. Julio Hernandez has been out on bond since November of 2023. His charges involve reckless driving involving a vehicular homicide and leaving the scene of an accident involving a death. Hernandez was identified by a Crime Stoppers tip. We reached out to Christopher's mother, who said she's glad the case moved forward and is still fighting for justice for her daughter.
Now, from the station taking action for you, you're watching Action News 5 at 5.
Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau announced earlier this afternoon that President Donald Trump's tariffs will be postponed by at least 30 days. Trudeau said that he's agreed to more cooperation on the border. Earlier today, President Trump agreed to pause tariffs on Mexican goods for a month, following a conversation with Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum.
Great talk with Mexico. We have to stop fentanyl from coming in, whether I like somebody or not, and we have to stop the illegal aliens from coming in.
Mexico has agreed to send 10,000 National Guard troops to the border to prevent drug trafficking. The United States says it will work to prevent the trafficking of high-powered drugs. Crews have started pulling pieces of the American Airlines jet out of the Potomac River. 67 people were killed when that jet and military helicopter collided last Wednesday. 55 victims have already been recovered. Officials say they expect to find others as the wreckage is removed. The U.S. Army Corps of Engineers expects the salvage operations to last 3 days. The wreckage will be taken to a hangar for the National Transportation Safety Board so that they can continue investigating the cause of the collision. A tradition in the Bluff City is up in the air tonight. We're talking about the Southern Heritage Classic that kicked off over 3 decades ago. Action News 5 was your first alert to TSU pulling out of the game. Now, interim president of TSU confirmed in a news to us in an exclusive interview saying that the offer proposed wasn't a good financial return for them. However, they would love to come back next year. Action News 5's Rhea Bolden has more on which other HBCU was asked to participate.
There will be no sign of the Tennessee State Tigers at this year's Southern Heritage Classic.
Students and families really enjoy the opportunity to come down to Memphis and participate in the game and all the celebrations and concerts that happen around that. But this year, the financials aren't working out.
State University's newly appointed interim president, Dwayne Tucker, referring to the HBCU's financial troubles.
I think most people understand that TSU has some financial issues that we need to walk and correct ourselves. So to plan an event where it's financially not in our best interests, there's a reason why.
A finance document obtained by Action News 5 shows TSU's football team and band have been paid a total of $7.85 million since the start of the Classic in 1990. We're told a proposal for the next 5 years would have paid TSU $400,000 a year until 2029.
Things change as years come, so hopefully somewhere down the line we will be coming back.
TSU alumna Deborah Williamson has been going to the game for 32 years, even after Jackson State left in 2022. The future of the beloved game is unclear, but Action News 5 has learned at least one other HBCU team was asked to participate in this year's game. A spokesperson with Mississippi Valley State University tells Action News 5 the Delta Devils did have a conversation regarding participation, but were already contractually obligated for the date and couldn't participate. We've reached out to the University of Arkansas Pine Bluff to learn if they're playing in this year's Classic. We're waiting to hear back.
Southern Heritage Classic founder Fred Jones wouldn't confirm any of the details and would not offer any more insights today regarding this story. Well, get your rotel and chicken wings ready. You know what time it is, the Super Bowl. This is a look at the inside of Caesars Superdome in New Orleans, where the big game will be played on Sunday. Crews have been hard at work painting end zones. Both the Kansas City Chiefs and the Philadelphia Eagles are in the Big Easy practicing right now. Secretary of Homeland Security Kristi Noem is also in NOLA. She says her department is working closely with state and city officials to make sure it's a safe event.
We are a nation of laws, and there's consequences for breaking those laws. So as we go forward and we plan big events like this, we are going to make sure that we have safe events and that we're partnering together with federal agencies, with state agencies, and with local agencies. So that is one of the things that I plan to do, is put forward a blueprint for how we communicate to each other.
Officials also say there will be enhanced security zones around the French Quarter.
Got more warm temperatures coming, but look, something else with it. Let me give you your first alert. First alert Doppler radar right now is dry, but I'm tracking a series of fronts. These fronts are going to have an impact on our weather. The first one comes through tonight. That's going to bring some slightly cooler temperatures tomorrow, still above average, but it's also going to increase clouds, slight chance of rain. Then it lifts north as a warm front, keeps clouds in place, keeps the rain chance in place, but brings with it a warm up. That sticks around Thursday, but late Thursday, another front comes through, keeping clouds in place, bringing another chance of rain, and then dropping temperatures behind it. Take a look. This is what the 7-day temperature trend looks like, a roller coaster of sorts. Now, keep in mind the average this time of year, 53. We're still going to be above it tomorrow. Then low 70s Wednesday and Thursday, almost 20 degrees above average. Back in the lower 60s Friday, back in the mid 70s Saturday. And then we see more seasonable temperatures coming into play as we get into the end of the weekend and the beginning of next week. But over the next 7 days, there's a chance of rain each and every day, especially Wednesday and again on Saturday. You can track it all with the Action News 5 First Alert Weather app. If you scan that QR code, it's going to take you right to your app store. You can download it. It's free for Apple and Android products, and it's going to be a great tool to have, keeping up with the temperatures for your specific location, and especially with the rain chances in play. Today, wind has been in play, and out of the south at about 15 to 20 miles per hour. We've got a 17-mile-an-hour wind in Memphis right now, but that south wind driving that warmer air in and pushing temperatures now into the upper 60s to near 70. Futurecast from now until about 10 o'clock showing clouds increasing, and notice a few flashes of green to our southeast. Maybe a stray shower tonight, a rapid advance of moisture like that. I can't rule it out, although a mainly dry pattern for now. 8 o'clock in the morning, though, I think we start the day with clouds. As we get into the afternoon hours, Futurecast keeping slightly cooler air in place. I think it's going to be slightly drier, but it's got a good, or slightly warmer, but it's got a good handle on the clouds and the rain chances. And by 7 in the evening, still dealing with a mostly cloudy to overcast sky. and those clouds stick around tomorrow night. Tonight, 55, 20% chance of a stray shower. Otherwise, just clouds increasing. Planning your day tomorrow, slight chance in the morning and at midday, but mainly cloudy. I think we'll hit 60 by 3 in the afternoon and likely top out at around 63 for the afternoon high. Slight chance of a stray shower, but the better chances again coming in Wednesday with scattered rain. Then clouds, still a chance of a rain Thursday and Friday. Another chance on Saturday and much colder next week as we get back in the 40s.
All right, well, tonight at 6, Memphis kids got the chance to hoop with the pros. We'll take you inside the FedEx Forum for this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for children. But still to come at 5, could snow days be a thing of the past? The push from Tennessee lawmakers to make hybrid learning days the new norm.
Action News 5 at 5 is sponsored by Kimmery Wealth Management. Plan, preserve, prosper. Live from the station taking action for you. You're watching Action News 5 at 5.
Students in Tennessee could soon have hybrid learning days when school is called off for bad weather. State lawmakers will discuss this proposed bill this week. It calls for schools to give up 4 days for hybrid learning if there is extreme dangerous weather conditions. Gas prices here in the volunteer state are rising. That's according to the AAA that says gas prices are up 4 cents. The Tennessee gas price average is now $2.80, which is 5 cents more expensive than 1 month ago, but 5 cents less than 1 year ago. Let's take a look at gas prices across Tennessee. The most expensive gas can be found in Johnson City, averaging around $2.87 per gallon. Second is in Nashville at $2.83, Knoxville at $2.82. Memphis coming in 4th place for the cheapest gas, $2.78 per gallon. Chattanooga and Clarksville come in last at $2.72. Well, for families in Arkansas preparing to cook dinner, you might want to check your fridge because of this story. The FDA has escalated the recall for broccoli sold at one grocery store in 12 states to a Class 1 over food contamination. Braga Fresh has been recalling some packages of its ready-to-eat 12-ounce market-side broccoli florets since December 27th. Class 1 recalls are the most serious FDA recalls. It means a product will cause serious adverse health consequences or death. The recall only pertains to 12-ounce bags of market-side broccoli florets sold at Walmart stores. The recalled products have a best-by date of December 10, 2024. The recall was initiated due to the possibility of contamination with listeria. Although no illnesses have been reported in connection to the products, it can lead to listeriosis, which is especially deadly to pregnant women, older adults, and people with weakened immune systems. Tonight on NBC Nightly News with Lester Holt, a major policy shift. Former President Trump pauses tariffs after Canada and Mexico agree to ramp up border security. What this means for trade and immigration. Plus, Trump defends Elon Musk's influence in key government programs as federal funding faces new scrutiny. And exclusive access at the southern border. Pete Hegseth meets with troops on the ground in New Mexico. Those stories tonight on NBC Nightly News with Lester Holt. Watch on WMCActionNews5.com, streaming on Peacock, and online on NBCNews.com. Then join Joe Birch, Chief Meteorologist Ron Childers, and Sports Director Doc Holliday for Action News 5 at 6.
We will see clouds move in tonight and continue through tomorrow. Slight rain chance tomorrow, but scattered showers Wednesday, and rain chances extend into the weekend. Above average temperatures through the week, but we're going to be back in the 40s by next week. So soak up the warm weather while it's here. Keep the umbrella and the Action News 5 First Alert weather app very handy.
All right, well, we definitely got to salvage those temperatures and enjoy them. Thanks, Ron. And thank you all for joining us here for Action News 5 at 5. We're going to have more on that breaking news in Carroll County where the body of Jimmy J. Lee was believed to have been found tonight at 6. NBC Nightly News is next.
Stream Action News 5 for free on actionnews5.com, on Roku, Amazon Fire TV, and Apple TV.